Everyone, I wanted to give you some information on how to create your citations for this week's assignment. Last week we looked at Academic Search Complete. We had parts 1 and part 2 of the assignment. Part 1 is where you found the elements that you needed to create your citation, and part 2 you submitted a citation to me. So for this week we're going to be looking at 2 more databases, which means you're going to have to give me 2 citations. This is going to be about CQ Researcher, which you're familiar with because Mr. Peterson had you do some research in there, and opposing viewpoints in context, 2 more databases. Short bit of information here, and then I have 2 videos for you to watch that will explain how to navigate these databases. Of course, there's a discussion post. And then let's take a look at the assignment. The first question is going to have you get into opposing viewpoints in context, that particular database. So let's go ahead and take a look at the database and see what it looks like. If you're home at this point in time, it will ask you for your student ID number, so you can go ahead and put that in. I want you to start here with Browse Issues and click there. These are all the different topics that they have information about. Of the week 1 topic that you've chosen, more than likely you're going to find the exact same topic. If you can't find the exact same one, find something that's related. So what I'm going to have you do is go to that Browse Issues. I want you to look on recycling and then kind of browse around through there and then find some different ways that the information is divided. In question number 2, I'm going to have you do that same thing but using your topic from week 1. So you're going to be in opposing viewpoints and you're going to click on the Browse Issues just as you did before, and then you're going to look for your research topic or a related topic. Then I want you to find a viewpoint article. So let's go ahead and look at recycling. So that's what I was looking at. There it is. And right at the top is where they have some featured viewpoints as well as all of the viewpoint articles. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this first one. And there's a lot of really great information on this page, a lot of tools for you to use. You'll find out how to use all those in that video that's in the lecture. So let's take a look at the assignment here. What I want you to do is to give me the elements that are needed to create your MLA citation. And I've given you all of those particular elements. So like you did with the assignment before, select it, copy it, paste it into the box, and then go ahead and find the information that you'll need. If you want, you can open up the handout that's on the How to Cite Information page. You're welcome to do that, and that will help you create your citation. In fact, if you go all the way down, we even have one for opposing viewpoints. So if you want to have that handy, that might be useful for you. So let's go back. First, I want to list if there are any authors, and there is. Claire Arkin is our author, so I'm going to put her name in. I want to put the title of the article, and notice here I've given you exactly how the title of the article should be formatted for your citation. It goes in quotation marks and there's a period there. So I'm going to look here and say China's ban on plastic waste imports. That's really long, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it. And let's paste that in, and it's going to be really big. So I'm going to have and already I can see words that need to be lowercase and words that need to be start with an uppercase letter. Wake up call for the United States. And that's going to have a period and then a quotation mark. Now, I don't have to try to remember that. Publication title. I want to see that it's going to be italicized and then have a comma. So this is the Gale Opposing Viewpoints online collection. Gale Opposing Viewpoints online collection, comma. A date. Let's see what the date is. This is 2018. That's easy enough. And it's going to have a comma. Well, hello. 2018 and a comma. Page numbers. Oftentimes it's difficult to locate the page numbers. I don't see any page numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and look at the citing tool and let's see if they give any page numbers. No, because this is from another journal article. So this is a reprint, so there are no page numbers. So we will ignore that. So there are none, so I can just leave that blank. This is from Opposing Viewpoints. In context, and I want a comma, and I want the URL of the article. Now, there's a little hint right here. The URLs for these articles are very long, so the best way is to look at that cite tool and make sure you choose the MLA 8th edition. And often the URL is in the middle of the draft citation, and we want to omit or leave out the http:/. So let's go ahead and look at this. And there's all this extra information that we don't need, but right here in the middle, I can see that, let me grab the period while I'm at it. I can see that URL. Ignore the HTTPS. There we go. I'm going to copy that and put that into my information there, the elements that I need. There we go. Those are all the elements that I'm going to need to create my citation. So I'm going to open up a Word document. And we want to have it be Times New Roman, and we want it to be 12. And now I can go ahead and start in. Looks like my margins aren't quite right. Yeah, my margins are correct. So I'll go ahead and just be minimized. Here we go. So I have my author, and I know that I want to have it be, the author be the last name first. So Arkin, whoops, except it got rid of my Times New Roman. Let's try that again. There it is. So I want Arkin, comma, Claire, period. Title of the article, and I want it in the quotation marks. So I'm going to put China's ban on plastic waste imports is a wake up call. Who is it a wake up call for? The United States. Yes. For the United States. Period. End of quotation. And then I want to put Gale Opposing Viewpoints online collection. Let's make this a little wider so we can see it. So, and I know I want this to be italicized. Gale Opposing Viewpoints online collection, comma. Do I have a comma? I sure do. My date was 2018. No more italicize. And because I don't have page numbers, instead of putting a comma, I'll put a period. Database, opposing viewpoints in context. Yes, italicize, opposing in context. Remember, I needed that URL, so I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to grab it, copy it, and let's go ahead and paste that in. And I'm going to have to make sure that that's Times New Roman because you want your fonts to be exactly the same. Am I done? Not quite. Copy it. Looks like they all need to be 12. I'm going to hit the paragraph, and I want double spaced. I want those hanging indents. Okay, there you go. Beautiful citation, perfect. I can go ahead and double check it with this example that's given in the handout if you want to do that. Oops, let's go back here. So actually we want to go back here. There's our citation. I would save that, and I'm going to save it and then hang on because I'm going to need it for my next citation for a CQ researcher. So I'll create another video for that one. See you pretty soon.